Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new 2023 Starboard Allstar. Now, the Allstar as a name has been around forever, and every single version is refined and tweaked and just made a little bit different to kind of eke every little bit of speed out of it. So the Allstar being their all-around everything board, it does excel in really almost every condition you can throw it in because it's just a good, stable platform to go fast. This year, major changes: thinning up the nose, thinning up the back end. So that allows just a little bit less drag, more piercing through the waters to get some acceleration down. And on the back just gives that cleaner release, just having a little bit less width through the back to push. Rounding off the rails has really made a change to the overall kind of glide to the board. And through the middle of the board they do have somewhat of a double concave kind of setup that adds a lot of bulk and volume to the rail, giving it nice stability. So really, when you rounded it off, it didn't take away really any stability because of that extra volume that they put in having that double concave setup. A few little things they've done: they changed the kind of volume placement of the front of the board, so it punches through waves nicely. You do have, if you are in a rough condition, they do give you that EVA V you can stick on here to deflect water even more so. But if you do get it in now into the cockpit area, the drains are in the bottom of the board. Now, they've had some of the sizes have had that in the past. Now they all do. So your water really just kind of drains at the bottom. Over the little holes are venturis that really kind of rip the water out. It's nice because as you're moving forward, it just pulls the water through the back. Drains it really fast, is a bit more efficient than having them all on the sides. And having them on the sides, like face it, they're going to get bumped and hit with paddles and stuff like that. Having on the bottom, they're out of the way. It's fantastic. The grip that they've used this year, it's very thin, a nice corduroy feel, so it's got this real nice texture. We're seeing a real push to that in most of the surf industry. Holds a lot less water, you need a lot less foam, so it's less wastage like that in producing it, but holding less water obviously is less weight. Coming back to the board, you've got a raised tail, so when you get back there for buoy turns, stuff like that, and for surfing, you've got a nice amount of control. It's not as radical as some of the other boards that, like the Sprint, is not as gradual as it comes up, so it is a bit more surf friendly when you want to ride this through the shore and stuff like this. Now the bottom shape, you want to flip this over and have a look, it's a nice setup, how they've gone through. The front has a little bit, I wouldn't call it a V, but it's a bit more rounded through the middle, and then through the standing areas where you got that little shallow double concave that I mentioned before. And there you can see the venturis, like little carbon patches that go over the top. The fin this year, they use a pre-preg carbon fin, super light. They claim it's nearly half the weight of the previous fin, so again, great way to take weight out of the board. And if you really want to take weight out of the board, you've got different construction versions of this. You've got a full carbon, and you've got a wood sandwich carbon. So you've got I have to look at the specs this year, the weight difference, but you're always more than a kilo difference. Sometimes up to up to 2 kilos in some of the versions. But I just got to double check the specs for this year. But you get a massive change there. But yeah, all in all, look, they've really, again, they've just refined it. They've had this board for over 10 years, I'd say. It's a constantly refined package. Starboard itself is on a lake in Thailand where they have multiple blanks, and the guys are there testing, and working out which boards are faster, which ones feel different. They're tracking your speeds along a measured distance, so they can tell what accelerates better, what has got less drag, things like that. So awesome to see that kind of tech and improvement, and it's constantly getting refined in every model of the Allstar.